in the beginning, it's a lot very uncomfortable, right? We're identifying the dysfunctionalities, things are not going right. Um, and once we do that, we're kind of able to see, okay, for my example, for me, left side is weaker. Right side was doing a lot better progression. Um, but I would say the most surprising thing was the mental aspect. Like you would think, like obviously your body, you're going through these changes, but you're absolutely right. That mind to body connection is so important. And it's really holistic, like beyond just physically holistic, it's mentally holistic, it's emotionally holistic, meaning it's really all connected.
Mhm.
Um, and so when you are of sound body and mind, and for me spirituality as well, like everything is flowing harmoniously. And as I went through the program, I just learned a lot about myself and my body, and also just mentally, figuring out, the functional weaknesses, and then we started to target those areas and strengthen those areas, and get them right. And we've seen results, and that's what this is about. This is about results. And starting from, as we talked about just now, starting from the very beginning, meditation was shaky, no glute activation, lower back pain. Now back pain's gone. My meditation in terms of my feet are strong and stable. I'm still working on the mental aspect of the meditation, right? But we every week we're kind of chiseling and chiseling, and um, we start out pretty good. We set a baseline, ramp it up a little bit, and then yeah, then here we are now, and now we're going to the cool down phase. So overall, I mean, it's been an incredible experience. Obviously, 10 years in the making for me, since I discovered your work, and to finally get the chance to train with you is incredible. I mean, if I could go back in time and tell my 14-year-old self, like, dude, this guy's gonna show you how to do this right, and it's really gonna open your eyes, that would be incredible. So, um, but yeah, it's been really, really cool
Great.
just to understand all that.
So talk about the elevated talk curls, right? Because that one in
Hmm.
the beginning you did not have any glute
Right.
response, but now what do you feel?
Slowly I started to get some. In the beginning, it was nothing. It was just in my feet and in my shin. We had a lot of shin activation because there was that frontal fascia going up from the shin to the quad.
Yes.
And as we've been, developing the training, now it's going more posterior, more calf, feeling a little bit hamstring, starting to feel a little bit of glute.
Right.
Some days, some weeks, it's stronger than others, but that's also dependent on these factors of sleep and diet, and those are so important. I mean, those are on equal footing with the training. Everything has to be here. If one thing is here, it kind of hinders everything else. So,
Right.
the elevated towel curls too allowed me to gain a lot more functionality in my toes, gain strength in my feet. So those have been really good.
Great. So what made sense to you with this training, like the hyper fascia
Mhm.
training?
What made sense?
What made sense for you? Because what there's a lot of mainstream training out there, a lot of different type of training like lifting
Right.
weights, calisthenics, and all that stuff. What made this what training that interests you?
When I discovered your work 10 years ago, when you were describing it in that B-ball breakdown podcast, it clicked with me because when I was a, kid playing basketball, running around.
Explain to those people who never watched that.
Oh man. So a little bit of context, imagine me, a 13, 14-year-old kid. I'm obsessed with basketball. I'm in middle school, right? I love it. And every day I'm playing basketball, but I'm noticing, quad pain, lower back pain. My quads are burning. My lower back is tight. I was getting ankle sprains. And, at the time you just think, oh, that's just how the body works. And these injuries are just come with basketball or just sports, and so you accept it. And then I heard you talk about that's actually dysfunctionality, and that's not how the human body works. And actually the ankle can naturally lock itself. And there's a connection from the feet to the posterior chain to the glutes. And that's how the sensation should be, and then that's how your body's supposed to work. It made so much sense because I was in pain, and I was like, this, it just didn't make sense. Why would my body hurt so much from doing a movement that I see everybody else doing. It just didn't click. And once I had heard you, just talk about that, it immediately made sense to me. And been following your work ever since. And now actually going through the training and feeling that transformation. Um, now I'm not like I haven't gone from level 0 to a level 3. I'm not a level 3 yet, but I feel like I'm approaching, a proper level 1, right? So it's stages. But it just makes sense. This is how the body is supposed to work. I'm getting that proper functionality back. I'm getting that proper response back, and I feel better because of it. Like genuinely, the pain has just subsided. So dramatically. I'll be brushing my teeth in the morning. I'm leaning over the sink. My lower back was hurting. That's completely gone. I used to
Wow.
wake up with like tightness on my IT band on my left side and a hip pain. Completely gone. I used to have a lot of pain inside over here in my into like over inside quad inner thigh from my left leg because of the collapsed arch, but we built strength there. That's completely gone. I used to play basketball for 3 hours. I'd come back and I felt like I got hit by a train. But after I think we were like 8 weeks into the program and I was playing basketball back in Chicago. And after I came back, I played the same 2 hours, but I didn't feel like I had played 2 hours. I was like, I don't hurt. And that was a moment too, like during our training, I was like, holy shit, I don't hurt anymore. You know what I mean? Like as much
Yeah.
as I used to. So that moment made sense. And I've, every time we do it, it makes more and more sense.
Yeah, very good. I'm happy
Yeah.
that get to meet you 10 years.
Yeah.
You probably know me from the very beginning. Like
Yeah.
the first or second subscriber probably.
Probably, yeah. I mean, the second, I saw that video, like this was April 2013, and I just remember I went to your channel and this was the videos. I think your wife was you were having your son in the hospital, and you recorded a video. And I remember, you were recording initially the towel curl video, and just talking about it, like it looked like it was recorded on a phone, like very beginning days.
Right.
I remember watching all that, and so it's just, to have been training with you for 3 months now and gone through this. It's just it's such a full circle moment. But I mean, you have helped me, become more pain free, feel physically and mentally better through this training. I just feel like, yeah, it's just incredible. So I'm
Great.
really excited. This is the foundation, and we're just up from here. So I'm excited to go through this cool down phase and just get right back to it for another 12 weeks. So